gonna tell the truth. I'm not gonna lie, and I swear to God I will not lie.
What'll do, Tom?
How old are you, Tom?
25, sir.
Married? Any children?
Yes, sir. 3, sir.
Tom, you ever been in jail before?
Once. I got 30 days for disorderly conduct.
Must have been disorderly. What did it consist of?
Got in a fight with another man. Tried to cut me.
Did he succeed?
Yes, sir. I had to serve because I couldn't pay the fine. Other fellow paid his.
Were you acquainted with Miss Ewell?
Yes, sir. I passed her house going to and from the fields every day.
Whose field?
Lincoln's.
Were you picking cotton in November?
No, sir. I work for him fall and winter time. Pretty steady all year round. He's got lots of pecan trees and things.
You say you had to pass the Ewell place to get to work. Is there any other way you could go?
No, sir. None that I know of.
Tom, did she ever speak to you?
Yes, sir. I tipped my hat when I walked by, and one day she asked me to come inside the fence and bust up a chifferobe for her.
When did she ask you to bust up this chifferobe?
Mr. Finch, that was way last spring. I remember it because it was chopping time and I had my hoe with me. I said I don't have nothing but this hoe, but she said she had a hatchet. She gave me the hatchet and I broke up the chifferobe. She said, I reckon I'll have to give you an nipple, won't I? And I said, no ma'am, there ain't no charge. Then I went home, Mr. Finch.
Did you ever go on the place again?
Yes, sir.
When?
Well, I went many times.
Under what circumstances?
Please, sir?
Why did you go in the fence lots of times?
She called me in, sir. Seemed like every time I passed by yonder, she'd have something for me to do. Chopping, kindling, toting water for her. She watered them red flowers every day.
Were you paid for your services?
No, sir. No, sir, not after she offered me the nickel the first time. I was glad to do it. Mr. Earl didn't seem to help her none, and neither did the children, and I knew she didn't have any nickels to spare.
Where were the other children?
They was always around. Some of them would watch me work, some of them would sit in the window.
Would Miss Mayella talk to you?
Yes, sir, she talked to me.
Tom, did you ever at any time step foot on the Ewell property without a proper invitation?
No, sir, I wouldn't do that, Mr. Finch, never. Mr. Finch, I was going home as usual that evening, and when I passed the Ewell place, Miss Mayella were on the porch like she said she were. It seemed real quiet, and I didn't quite know why. I was studying, just passing by when she says for me to come there and help her for a minute. Well, I went inside the fence and looked around for some kindling to work on, but I didn't see none. And she says, "Nah, I got something for you to do in the house." The old door off its hinges and falls coming on pretty fast. I said, "You got a screwdriver, Miss Mayella?" She said she sure had. When I went up the steps, she motioned me to come inside, and I went in the front room and looked at the door. I said, "Miss Mayella, this door look all right." I pulled it back and forth, and those hinges was all right. Then she shut that door in my face. Mr. Finch, I was wondering why it was so quiet like. And it come to me that there weren't a child on the place. Not a one of them. And I said, "Miss Mayella, where's the children?"
What did you say then, Tom?
I say, "Where's the children?" She says, she was laughing sorta. She says, "They all gone to get ice creams." She says, "Took me a slap year to save them all them nickels, but they all went to go get ice cream." I said something like, "Why, Miss Mayella? That's right smart of you to treat them like that." I meant it was smart for her to save like that and nice of her to treat them.
I understand you, Tom. Go on.
Well, I said I'd best be going. I couldn't do nothing for her. And she says, oh, yes, you could. And I asked, what? She said, you could get on that chair over yonder and get that box from on top of the shiffer robe.
Not that same chiffer rope you busted up?
No, sir, another one. Most as tall as the room. So I done what she told me, and I was reaching, and the next thing I know, she grabbed me around the legs. She grabbed me around the legs, Mr. Finch. She scared me so bad, I hopped down and turned the chair over. That was the only thing, only furniture disturbed in that room, Mr. Finch. When I left it, I swear full God. She says, what a papa do don't count. She says, kiss me back. I say, Miss Myella, let me out of here. I tried to run, but she got her back to the door, and I'd have had to push her. I didn't want to harm her, Mr. Finch, and I say, let me pass. But just when I say it, Mr. Eel yonder hollered through the window.
What did she say?
Something not fit to say, not fit for these folks' children to hear.
And what did you do?
He says, I'll kill you.
And what happened?
Mr. Finch, I was running so fast, I don't know what happened.
Tom, did you rape Mayella Ewell?
I did not, sir.
Did you harm her in any way?
I did not, sir.
Did you resist her advances?
Mr. Finch, I tried, thought being ugly to her. I didn't want to be ugly. I don't want to harm her.